What happened in the previous chapter was the start of the second stage of the exam. Our 9 participants were divided into 3 teams, and these teams needed to protect the crystals given to them. That challenge was called the life crystals. The participants' goal is to shatter the enemy's crystals to win, and the team that runs out of crystals will be disqualified. However, even before the challenge began, Mash and Dot immediately broke their crystal, leaving Finn as the only one with the crystal in their team. The challenge started, and members of the teams were separated. Finn witnessed Carpaccio's beating of Pontorus, and after that, Carpaccio also spotted him. He was forced to give up his crystal, but Finn refused because Mash's future depended on that crystal. Carpaccio continued to torture Finn, but he still did not give up. When Carpaccio was about to kill Finn, Mash arrived and was able to stop Carpaccio. Mash thanked Finn for his sacrifice. What's up, Onii-Chan? Welcome back to our manga recap series about Mashle, Magic and Muscles, a story with a mix of Harry Potter and One Punch Man. So, let's start the video. Continuing with the thrilling story of Mash in a world filled with magic. Let's delve into an explanation of a wand. It is explained here that there are 13 ancient wands believed to exist in the magic world. These wands only choose people with innate talent to use them, and they bestow these people with blessings. These wands are called Master Canes. After that, we return to the scene of Mash ramming Carpaccio into a wall. Before long, blood started dripping from Mash's head. Because of this, Mash wondered what happened. Carpaccio explained that he doesn't feel pain, to which Mash was surprised. Carpaccio summoned his guardian angel again, so Mash asked what it was. Carpaccio said his wand was special. Suddenly, Mash kneed Carpaccio while he was talking and said that he didn't know what that meant, but he didn't care. Mash was hurt again after he attacked Carpaccio, so he was puzzled again. Finn, on the other hand, was thinking that what was happening there seemed like the attacks were being reflected back to Mash. Carpaccio explained that his magic transfers any damage he receives to his opponent. He stabbed his own leg and said that whenever he gets hurt, any pain he feels is absorbed by his wand. Mash's legs started bleeding, which made Finn scared. It was then shown that the wound Carpaccio inflicted on himself was healing. He explained that he doesn't control it. His inability to feel pain is the blessing of the Master Cane. It has been continuously active since it chose him. That is the reason why from the moment he was born, he never felt pain. Wahlberg explained that Carpaccio is a Master Cane wielder. Their ancient artifacts acknowledge his talent. They remarked that it was quite the cornucopia among their first years. We return to Carpaccio, who explained that this is why he wanted to experience pain. However, someone like Mash wouldn't be able to do that for him, so they should finish it. Carpaccio continued to hurt himself to injure Mash. Finn realized that Carpaccio was able to execute an unavoidable attack. Mash tried again to charge and punch Carpaccio. However, he was the only one who got hurt, while Carpaccio continued to regenerate his wounds. Mash also kicked Carpaccio, but the same thing happened and his kick was only reflected back to him. Mash continued to try to hurt Carpaccio, but it was always reflected back at him. Finn thought about how the force of Mash's attacks was just reflected back to him, and it seemed as if Carpaccio was on the offensive. It didn't seem like a fight. As Mash stared, Carpaccio said that Mash was a joke. He explained that a person's fate is decided by their abilities when they are born. He said Mash wanted to fight him to disprove that, but it was useless. As useless as Finn. Finn was a loser throughout middle school, always on the verge of failing. Unlike his brother, Rain, Finn didn't deserve to be there. The place is not where someone like him belongs. He said that Finn couldn't protect a single crystal by himself. A weakling who always needs help. Finn was an embarrassment. Because of that, Finn bowed his head in depression. Suddenly Mash explained and said that Carpaccio had a point. Because of this, the audience was surprised at what he said. He said it was wise to give up when you really can't do something. It's important to evaluate yourself and know where you are now. From Carpaccio's perspective, Finn's struggle seems pointless, and it might even be pitiful. But no matter how scared Finn was, he stood up and did not give up for him. Even though his enemy was a very powerful person, and no one had the right to laugh at his friend because of that. Carpaccio just stared as Mash prepared to punch. He rained a flurry of powerful punches on Carpaccio. Finn wondered why he would do that, because Mash wouldn't be able to endure those attacks. Carpaccio realized that Mash was doing this to try to outpace his healing. As if that would work, he said he expected that Mash had more capabilities. It was disappointing. Suddenly, Carpaccio noticed something, and it showed here that his goddess statue's face was cracking. Carpaccio was puzzled by this. When he noticed that, Mash continued to punch without stopping to the best of his ability. Carpaccio said he didn't expect his goddess statue to have a limit. He said it was impossible because it had never happened to him before. After that, Mash delivered an uppercut to knock Carpaccio down. While Carpaccio was standing up, Mash said he is now stronger than him. Now that you know this, will you still fight Mash bravely like what Finn did to you? Because of that, Carpaccio looked at Mash. The cracking face of his goddess statue was shown here. Carpaccio wondered and asked what kind of body Mash had. While looking at Mash, Carpaccio suddenly laughed. While the goddess' form behind him was changing, Carpaccio explained that it was the first time his goddess had cracked, but it was moving on its own. And from now on, that goddess statue would be more defensive. It suddenly attacked using a big syringe, but luckily, Mash dodged. Nevertheless, Carpaccio stabbed himself again to attack Mash. He said Mash's death wouldn't be quick. He needs to honor the fact that someone as strong as Mash lived in that world where everything was just a mist for him. While dodging, Carpaccio noticed something about Mash. Mash brought out an iron wand, so Carpaccio was puzzled. Mash lengthened the wand and shaped it. The audience was surprised because Mash was doing that to an iron wand using just his hands. In the end, Mash revealed that he was shaping a tennis racket. He took what looked like a ball and hit it towards the goddess. As it bounced back to him, he repeatedly did this. The audience noticed that Mash was avoiding the syringes while doing this simultaneously. They also noticed that Mash repeatedly targeted the place where the goddess had a crack. The audience then realized that Mash was playing a wall rally with the goddess. Mash continuously bombarded the goddess while the audience and Carpaccio were very surprised. In the end, Mash managed to break Carpaccio's statue. Carpaccio wondered how Mash was able to do it. Mash suddenly asked him if he really wanted to feel what it was like to get hurt. If yes, Mash said he would help him. He raised the racket, and in the end, Mash hit Carpaccio on the head with the tennis racket. Because of that, Carpaccio lost consciousness while his head was bleeding. Finn thought it was a bit extreme. When Finn called Mash to apologize, Mash suddenly thanked him. Mash said he knew he was a klutz and that he was a nuisance to others. But because of Finn, he was able to continue being with them all. Because of that, Finn was touched. He tightened his hold on the crystal, and in the end, he told Mash it was nothing. And that's where this video ends. Do you think they will be able to protect their crystal in the end? What do you think happened to Dot? Write your comments down below. If you want more anime and manga recaps, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on new videos.